Richard466 asks the question, what do I do for a living? Basically, I currently am being a lab tech at a pesticide company. Oh, I guess this is a pretty good question. TheMaije, or M-A-I-J-E, asks, are there any terms or conditions that need to be bypassed before LPing a game? The game itself, the game being played, is not necessarily... The video of the game being played is not immediately protected by copyright. But the imagery, the video, the system, the music, all of these different things are incidental components of the gameplay footage. And so a company has full rights to make a claim against LP footage and have it taken down, or have any component of those taken down. For example, scripted scenes. They can request to be taken down for any specific thing. So it's legal to put Let's Play footage up, but you have to comply with taking it down if they've made a claim. That's basically where it goes. So I'm protected. I'm safe. I'm not liable for anything unless I don't take it down when I'm requested to have it taken down. So that's how that works. In the future, do you see games becoming more commercialized by big corporations? More commercialized? I hope not. There's already a lot of independent game makers out there that make some pretty quality content that will keep big companies on their toes, essentially. I mean, like the Mirror's Edge 2D is pretty sweet. World of Goo, I think, was independent. I think Puzzle Quest Galactrix was independent. There's a lot of really good independent games out there. And if these big corporations start becoming a little too commercialized, these independent games are going to swoop in and take their thunder, steal their thunder. Yeah. So I don't think this is going to get any worse. I hope it gets better. ProtoOmegaXenosaga asked, you are a college student. You said you were a college student. What are you studying? I'm no longer a college student. I have sort of graduated. There's a GWPE that I have to take. And what was I studying? Computer science with an applied mathematics minor. oXIdizzyIXo, which is an annoying name, but a name nonetheless, asks, why am I more interactive with people who watch you, whereas other LPs don't reply to any comment you make? I just feel like if I'm not ever going to get to that point where I can migrate my viewership and start making money off of this and have this as a part-time or full-time job, I'd be more interested in getting something out of it. And just making videos and posting them online is not really mentally stimulating. It's fun, it's okay, but what really makes it interesting is when people come up with valuable input, like really think about a comment and put something down and just make me think and just kind of make a community. So that's what I value. I'm surprised that there are people out there that make videos and they do it they don't even try to get any of the reward out of it, I guess. Yeah, no, I don't understand. Why do they make LPs at all? See, that's the confusing part. 7GameX asks, what's it like making all these videos? Feel proud of them, or are you just bored enough to put them up? Why didn't you start putting them up in the first place? Well, why did I... Okay, I already answered that part, but I actually do feel proud of my videos. I have them all backed up because I feel that even if gameplay footage wasn't nobody was really interested in it, it's still a lot of work to put all the stuff in there, and it gives me a feeling of accomplishment, even though it's like, it's not like curing cancer or a number of different things, but it just feels like it's kind of a creative invention, or a creation. It's a creation. That's what it is. And it involves quite a few different skills, include gaming, personal speaking, public speaking, public speaking, I need to be able to say that correctly, video editing skills, picture editing skills, music, adaption, if nothing else. I tried to make my own music. I didn't do a very good job. It sounded very repetitive. FastGirl321 asks me how I'm so awesome. Just am. That's just how I roll. That is how I roll. Okay. Blueberry Clock 2 asks, well, who are my favorite fellow LPers? I'm only subscribed to 3 quote-unquote LPers, Cloud8745, Lord Vega, and Lewis Prower. Each one of them is coming out with very high-quality content, so obviously I'm subscribed to them. Those are my favorite. A lot of people have made recommendations on other LPers. I haven't really been able to look into them, but if they come out with content about as good as those 3, I'm more than happy to subscribe to them. Although I've been having trouble keeping up with any of them because I've run out of time every day. Somebody asked, what's pi times 3 minus 4 divided by 7? That would be something like 9.4 minus 4, 5.4 divided by 7 is 0.8. So it's something about 0.8. That's just an estimate. I don't know why he's asking me that, but I guess he wonders how good I am at math. Boomlala Metrolab asks, which LP did you have most fun with not including Fallout 3? I'm guessing Mirror's Edge. There's a lot of games that I had a lot of fun with. Saints Row, Fear, Left 4 Dead. There's a lot of really fun games. Boomlala Metrolab asks, how do I cure your cold? Take zinc tablets, and if your symptoms get too high at any certain point, lie down on a cold tile floor. It's very effective at reducing just about every symptom of a disease, of a cold. It's also flu. He's asking about the Large Hadron Collider. I guess that's the one that people are thinking is going to end the world. I think that it's not going to be very effective. Maybe, okay. So I guess what they're hoping is that it'll help us figure out better ways of creating fusion power. We already have fusion power, but we don't have cold fusion. We need cold fusion so that it doesn't melt the reactor that it stays in. I guess that's what I've been told. I could be wrong on that information, but supposedly what it is regular fusion burns so hot for a brief period of time that even though it only lasts for like a nanosecond or something like that, it damages all of the metal around it, warping it slightly more and more every time that there's a fusion reaction, which basically makes it so that you can't really get energy out of it because you're constantly replacing the parts. Therefore, they're trying to come up with cold fusion so that their machines can handle it. That's what little I know. I don't know if it's true, but that's what I've heard. What was the first game I ever played? That would be Amy's ABCs. That was the very first game I've ever played. I don't even know if you could look it up anymore online. Maybe you could. It was a kind of interesting game. You build things with you had a little truck that you would drive around, pick up blocks, and then drive it somewhere else and set it down. It was an old DOS game, which is kind of amazing that these old DOS games are that. I mean, I was 2 years old, 1985, and they had some decent games. I mean, they weren't anything like what we had here, but they were fun. So. What's your favorite subject in high school? Never went to high school. You guys are probably going to ask a million questions about that, but no, I never went to high school. Do I have friends in real life? I try to avoid friends in real life as much as possible. I'm not even joking on that. There's a lot of people that are friends that really don't care one way or another. I think you guys probably know about this a bit, but basically I try to hone it down. I've got 2 real-life friends. My roommate here I've known for 13 years, best friends for life sort of situation. I also have another friend that I got like 5 or 6 years ago that's going to be another best friend, that is another best friend for life. And also my cousin is sort of like a brother, sort of like a best friend. So I've got 3 really close friends that way, and that's all I need. There's a lot of people that want to be just like the occasional friend with me, and I'm just not interested. I figure just have a couple lifelong friends and get rid of the ones that aren't. Let's just hope they don't all die in an accident. I'd be lonely. I do not have siblings. I'm an only child, which is sort of why my cousin became my sort of like a brother. I still consider him like one. If he's watching this video, he's probably going, "Aww," something like that. I don't know. Okay, Hotballer 2 asks a very good question. This is actually kind of a deep question if you really think about it. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? I believe the egg. What's the sound of a one-armed man clapping? How about that? Is that one Arm man clapping? Yeah, right there, man.